This male, these males who change their molt during the breeding season, there's a word for it. I'll tell you later. This is sunbird, purple sunbird. This is oriental white eye, small little bird, green in color with beautiful eye ring. This is a minivet. I'm sure, see, if you walk in the forest, then you'd see all these birds. But unfortunately, shortage of time, and we couldn't do that, and your safari is also ready, so we'll go quickly on this. Otherwise, my idea was to give you a walking safari here, and you would have seen a lot of birds. You would have understood a lot of natural systems and all that, the role of the termite hills in protecting the forest and increasing the productivity. This is a bee-eater called little green bee-eater, and this is called chestnut-headed bee-eater. This is a bird which comes from peninsular India this time of the year. It comes up, breeds in Corbett, goes back. This is a bird which is specific to Corbett. This is called Khalij pheasant. If you come to my house, maybe next time when you're all there, you would see a lot of birds. I've got a lot of pictures of birds in my house. And this is another redstart called white-capped water redstart. And this is another bee-eater called blue-tailed bee-eater, which also comes from peninsular India. It comes from Nilgiris. It comes all the way to Corbett this time of the year, breeds in Corbett and goes back. This is called pied cuckoo. Cuckoos are very vocal birds. I don't know, you must have heard of this bird called brain fever, which is very common in Assam also. Brain fever bird. The intensity increases, right? So the louder the call, smarter the male. That's sexual dimorphism in the case of birds. This is, you might have seen that in Bhimtal. Did you see that Bhimtal, Sattal, close by?
Yes.
It's called green. This is called red-billed blue magpie. And this is the verditer flycatcher. This is a bird which comes from Tibet, comes to Corbett, breeds in Corbett, and then goes back. Longer the tail, smarter the male. Right? This is called paradise flycatcher. You have them in Kaziranga also.
Yes, we do.
Have you seen them somewhere? Yeah?
No.
Don't you go to the national parks? Close by? Pobitara is very close to Cotton College.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is grey-headed canary flycatcher, one of the rarest birds. And to see this bird, bird watchers from England and America would pay any amount. This is Indian pitta. This is a bird which comes from South India again. An Indian pitta is the most colorful bird in India. It has got 8 colors on the body, the beak, the feet, the plumage of different types, different colors, 8 different colors on the body. And this is a woodpecker. They pick their beak against the tree trunks.
Against the tree.
Yeah. And they are rightly termed as the doctors of the trees. They protect the trees from unwanted, undesired insects. And this is another kingfisher, which is a forest-based kingfisher. This is called a stock-billed. This is also very big kingfisher, beautiful bird. And this is a partridge called black partridge or kala titir. Calls like from a distance you would hear this. Then we come to the deer family. These are the munjak or barking deer, the smallest Asian deer. Munjak is about 35 to 40 kilograms in weight, usually solitary. Only in the breeding season male will be seen with the female, otherwise solitary in the forest, alone. Spotted deer or cheetah or axis deer, the commonest Asian deer. This is the deer giving the alarm call on seeing a tiger. Sambar, the largest Asian deer. Cheetal weighs about 70 kgs, Sambar is about 250 kgs, as big and as heavy as a tiger. This is another species of deer called hog deer, which is also found in Kaziranga. Right? And there is another species of deer which is found in Kaziranga, that is called swamp deer. Soft ground swamp deer. Sarvas, Duasalai, Ranjit Sinai. Ranjit Singh was the Secretary Ministry of Environment and Forest long time back, and he was the one who had discovered this deer in Assam. You know, why did I come to Pobitara? I had come to Pobitara way back in 1989 to introduce a deer called Manipur brow-antlered deer. Have you heard of this? Thamin or Sangai, which is again one of the rarest deer. Yes. So that was my project. I wanted to introduce, I had selected Pobitara as the habitat for that. There in Manipur, in Kebul Lamjau. Have you heard of this place called Kebul Lamjau?
Yes.
There's a national park called Kebul Lamjau, and there you have the floating vegetation called Phumdi, right? And in Assam, there's nothing like that, but it was an experiment which definitely would have gone successful if the government of Assam had agreed and all that, because Phumdi was a forced habitat for the deer. They had never lived on that deer because of the shifting cultivation on the hills, burn and shift, burn. What is that called? Shifting cultivation?
Yes, slash and burn, right?
Yeah.
Chum.